Hi friends! I thought I would show you a flip through of my sketchbook from our Greece trip rather than just the photographs because it's really great to see the dynamics of how all the pages fit together when you're flipping through. So we flew to the island of Skiathos, which is not far from the Greek mainland, and then we took a 30-minute ferry to the island of Skopelos where we were going to stay for a week. We absolutely love being in nature and by the sea and on the beaches and just absorbing all the beauty around us. I often wonder how I'm ever going to capture all the beauty that I see, but I do my best. So I normally sketch in pencil and ink on location, and I don't bring my paints with me because it's just too cumbersome. So I'll go back to our Airbnb or our apartment and I'll paint at home what I've sketched in pencil or ink that day. It makes it much more relaxed, and it means also that I'm not holding up my family by saying, wait, we've got to stop so I can paint and let the paint dry. The evenings were just magical from our Airbnb in Skopelos. We were facing directly west, and every evening we made sure to be home to watch the beautiful sunset and watch the sea, which glowed copper every evening with the colors of the sky. On this trip, I really wanted to experiment with collage. So this is a collaged olive branch, and I use drinks labels that are a little bit shiny and bits of colored paper to create the lovely textures of the olive branches and the various colors of leaves, which I just love. Some days I didn't have time for painting at all, so I would just take my pens with me and work as best as I could with what I had. Which is a lot of fun, and also it's really fun to add the collaged elements into the sketchbook. Here I've done a whole bunch of Greek patterns inspired by tiles and the antiquities, and added a little bit of gold leaf on to give it a little bit of sparkle. We went on a boat cruise to the island of Alonissos, and I was just blown away by the colors of the sea and the sky and the very bright cliffs and the various shades of green of the pine trees. So I tried to capture that as best as I could. Then we went to the little town high up on a mountain called Glossa, which just perches on the very edge of a cliff, and I loved this old window that seemed to just peek out at the sea. What I did was I drew it all in pencil on location, and then I came back and did all the pen and ink and painting at our apartment. I just love the cheerful colors of the shutters in Greece. They're always beautiful colors of blues and greens, and I really tried to capture that in this one sketch. We also hiked up the very, very steep little island mountain to the Mamma Mia church, which was quite an ordeal. We had so much fun on our trip to Greece, and I really hope that you've enjoyed a little peek into my sketchbook and how I work while I'm on location. I tried to have a good balance of rest and sketching, which was really fun, and it was really fun also to sketch on location and then come home in the evenings and watch the sunset and paint and really try to capture the colors of what I'd seen in that day. If you're curious about how I'm art journaling, make sure you've signed up to my newsletter, as I try to share my tips and tricks every month, and also photographs and maybe even more flip-through videos of each month's sketches. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful time and lots of creative adventures today and every day. Thanks everyone.